not have made it out of the Costa Cup quarterfinals, but 8 teams still have the chance of tasting the sweet flavor of victory. The quarterfinals of the Ben Francis Cup is live on your home of champions. We have a doubleheader lined up for you. First up, Munro College versus Frome Technical, a fixture which promises to be exciting. We are live from St. Elizabeth Technical High School in Santa Cruz, Jamaica. Well, mild cloud coverage here in St. Elizabeth. The temperature stands right now at 29 degrees Celsius and humidity is 61%. Of course, you know, Munro College, a team full of pedigree in the words of Chris Taylor, looking to come up against this team, Frome Technical, who want to do it for the parish of Westmoreland. Good afternoon to all of our viewers on SportsMax, the SportsMax app, CEEN TV, and on CVM here in Jamaica. My name is Gerard Morrisili, and this is why we are here. This trophy, the Ben Francis Cup, is on the cards today. Quarterfinal action comes off in this Ben Francis Cup, and of course we have Munro College coming up against Frome Technical right now. The coach, Patrick Jackie Walters of Munro College. It's an interesting battle between the coaches, coming up against Clayton Stevens for the first time in his first tournament as the coach of this Frome Technical team. Of course, it's going to be a lot of action lined up for you, and it's going to be an exciting game. You have to pay key attention to this. The teams are warming up, they're getting themselves ready. Frome Technical are the only team in this encounter who have won a trophy, a Ben Francis Cup. They won in 2006, their only one, and Munro College yet to taste this coveted title, and of course they will hope that they can get off and running. Of course, these teams would have finished in second and third in the Costa Cup quarterfinals, and they will be hoping that they can redeem themselves of this victory, well, with the victory here today, and I can't wait to see how things go. Let's go upstairs now to our commentary team of George Davis and Dwight Jeremiah to review the Costa Cup semi-final action, which was here yesterday. Let's see how that day went.
Thank you very much, Gerard. So we are here I'm here. My name is George Davis, working alongside Dwight Jeremiah. Dwight, the Costa Cup semis played at this ground yesterday, and you were here.
Yeah, it was an exciting day of football. 2 really good matches. Was Dintil up against Manning School, the Manning School first, and Dintil, they really got out of the blocks quite quickly. Had numerous opportunities to go ahead. Russell was guilty of really spurning a lot of the chances. Manning's playing a very high line, and very often Dintil was able to pick them apart. And as we see there, Campbell coming up trumps not once but twice to stop Russell from getting Dintil on the score sheet. Again, Dintil would break free, and this time was Hutchinson, and again you felt he would have scored. Hit it straight at Campbell, and the halfway mark, it was Mannings who pulled a rabbit from the hat on the 54th minute. Porter, who was brought on at half-time, found the header, and it was Mannings who went ahead. The unfancied Mannings up against the Dintil, who was expected to go all the way. Mannings found a way through the very tight defence. That was the first goal Dintil was conceding in the Costa Cup all season long, and then they would come again, Dintil, still looking to get on level terms, but Campbell was not having any of it. Really good save from Campbell there. And as we saw here, Dintil just finally finding some combination playing the attacking third. Good link up there. Once a return ball was played to Hutchinson, he really expertly placed it away from Campbell. Needed to be a precise finish because Campbell was having a really good day in goal for Mannings, but that was a smart finish, and it was Dintil level and trying to see if they could finish this game off in regular time. That didn't take place, and it was the penalty kicks that really had to separate these two teams. Mannings, they ran away with it. A good smooth penalty early in the game. Guess right, did Hutchinson, but that was well placed. And Mannings, they made a substitution at the death of the game to bring in the custodian for the penalties. Had a good hand on that one, and he gets right for the first 3 penalties. That was the first miss for Dintil. And the Mannings, they were very cool and calm in putting their penalties away, disdainfully, and that was a save, and the change paid off. It was Mannings into the finals. with a 4-2 win on penalties.
Yeah, so Manning's beating Dintil, two teams that don't have a lot of D Cup titles in their respective cabinets. So either one winning, you'll say, well, all right, there wasn't an upset there, but there certainly was an upset here in terms of the form team, Clarendon College, bidding for the three-peat, beaten Dwight.
Yeah, very few would have expected Clarendon to be beaten here. They didn't get going early in the game, didn't see that smooth, slick passing game, and when they do had the ball, they dwell on it too long. As we see here, it was Beckford who just dwell on that too long, twisted, turn away from the option, then lost it, and it was Connor who was on hand to really put that one away. And really Clarendon being the architect of their own downfall. Beckford here, naturally a left back, but really asked to play central defence. Really didn't cover himself in glory there. Simple pass back, and he had Jones, which he could have gone to, but once he turned away from his options, he was always going to be in trouble. And that was Garvey Maceo going ahead early in the second half, in the 46th minute. Just as the game got going, it was Garvey again who really stretched the lead here. Really smart finish going across the goalkeeper, and Vassal no chance in stopping that one. And Garvey at that point was 2-0 up on Clarendon, and it seems as if it was going to always be difficult for Clarendon to come back. But when you are champions, you find a way, and they did mount a really good fight back here. There was Rose set on his way by Parchment, was upended, and a penalty. Rose picked himself up and slotted home. Good finish there from Rose, and Clarendon was within one, and looking as if they wanted to make the comeback, but Garvey was having none of it. And shortly after Clarendon felt they should have had a penalty, Garvey was awarded one, and they put it well beyond Clarendon. Vassal there, no chance with that one. At that stage it was 3-1 for Garvey Maceo, and Clarendon did come back again. A substitute coming on, scoring straight from the corner kick, and for once in the game Garvey lapsed in concentration and found Clarendon just breathing down their neck, but they had scored enough, and it was good enough for them to take it to the finals.
Gerard Monsili has more business to do for us. Let's go to him.
Yes, thank you, George and Dwight. Well, let me just say congratulations to the Manning School and to Garvey Maceo, who will meet into the Costa Cup final here on January 22nd. We can't wait to see how that game goes, and tough luck to Dintil and the other team, Clarendon College, who were the defending champions, but they can't really win this year. Let me just say too, so we have new winners in the Costa Cup. We will also have new champions in the Ben Francis Cup, which is here contested starting today. And of course that is because BB Coke have been, well, they have not qualified because they finished 4th in their group in the quarterfinals, and of course they will be disappointed. But Munro College and Frome Technical, they have a chance to get their hands on this trophy, and they will be playing starting today. That they will hope that they can get that win and move on to the semi-finals, move to the finals, and then get themselves in the title row. Of course, we have Munro College featured in this Digicel team feature.
It's been a while since Munro has even this far playing for a silverware. We definitely want this one.
Munro College have won the Costa Cup 7 times, but have not been able to secure a win since 1964. Yet again, the team felt disappointment after being knocked out in the quarterfinal stage. This has not diminished their commitment, passion, drive, and hunger to win the Ben Francis Cup for their fellow Monronians and the community.
The kind of players we have here, it's almost a natural motivation, because I think all them understand the situation. Munro College has not been successful for quite some time now. So I think I don't think it's going to take much to motivate them to come into the situation.
That's the main thought that every player has in mind right now, to go out there and win the Ben Francis Cup. Our manager was one that bring the main focus back towards us, because we were down after the Manning's game when we know that we weren't going to make it any further and we had to play for our second title.
It's quite some time we haven't won anything at all. So therefore, there's a strong desire to be successful in this competition.
Everyone believed that we could have done it, and we also believe that we could have done it, yes, but unfortunately the journey ended short, but we are still not doing it because we still have a second title to play for, and that's what we are here to do, and we're going to play to win it.
We know what we have to do, and we've been cooperating, communicating much better as a team so far.
It has been a great vibe with the team. Coming towards game, the team play music and build a vibe, dance and all these, and catch the match vibe before match, and everyone come together and we talk, we pray and build confidence towards everybody going into the game.
It would mean so much, not only the Monroeans, the people in the community around Munro College.
Football fans, you have something to look forward to on SportsMax today. The Carabao Cup semi-final, Liverpool, they play at Anfield. They will be hosting Arsenal. That game is at 2:45 p.m, 3:45 ECT. And on Saturday, the rural teams contesting the Champions Cup final for the first time in history. That will be live on SportsMax 2 and on SportsMax Plus in the SportsMax app. Clarendon College taking on Dintle Technical, a battle for the ages. That game will be at 3 p.m, 4 p.m. ECT. Welcome back to STETHS here in beautiful St. Elizabeth, Jamaica. Of course, Munro College taking on Frome Technical in a matter of moments here in the Ben Francis Cup. Let's take you upstairs now to our commentary team to see the road to the semi-final.
All right, so 4 teams left standing in this Ben Francis Cup. The quarterfinal results from the Costa Cup. Mannings and Munro drew 1-1. Munro beat Vere 4-3, and then Munro held to a draw by Happy Grove. That's how the Munro team got here. The group standings: final one, Mannings, they topped the group with 7 points. Munro second in this group, 5 points, finishing ahead of Vere and Happy Grove. So by virtue of finishing second in that quarterfinal group, Munro College punched their ticket for a competition that you would have heard before. They have never lifted in their glorious history. For Frome, beg your pardon, they started off badly in the quarterfinal stage, stuffed 6-0 by STETHS. Then they opened the throttle, destroyed St. Thomas Technical 9-2 in that game, and then they found Garvey Maceo too strong, being beaten 2-0. So they had those 3 points. They scored a lot of goals in the process. Frome did. They finished third in the group behind Garvey Maceo and STETHS, and by virtue of that third place finish, they got on the train to get to this point in the Ben Francis Cup semi-finals. The head-to-head between the teams, as you'd expect, the teams would have played quite a few times over the years. Frome, a relatively new school, well, not relatively new, nowhere near the length of time that Munro has been around. Frome beat Munro in 2017 in the first game, and then in their second meeting in 2017, it was 0-0. So one win in it from the 2 games, and Frome, the team that has the bragging right, if you may call it that, from the 2 games between these sides, Dwight.
So Munro has been around for some time, and they have won the Costa Cup on 7 occasions. Founded in 1856, and navy blue and gold, school population of 1,080. As I said, their motto: a city set upon a hill cannot be hid. And we will now hear from their coach, Jackie Walters, who spoke with Gerard earlier.
This is the Ben Francis Cup. Now, of course, your team will be looking to redeem themselves from the Costa Cup. What is the mood like in the camp today?
The mood is quite confident. We are looking forward to the game, and we're going to give it our best shot.
You are a coach that is very decorated in schoolboy football. What is the secret to that success?
You have to try to understand the players. Most of them coming from different backgrounds. They're having their own social problems, and they bring it. Some of them bring it along with them. You have to try to understand them, know them home life, and develop some sort of relationship that they understand what you're about, what I am about, and I understand what they're about. And once you bring that together and help them to be better persons, subsequently better footballers.
Now, coming into today's game, you come up against Frome Technical. What do you know about that side?
No, no, I don't know. I only remembrance of them years ago when we played against them while I was at Glenmuir.
What style of football can we expect from Munro College?
Well, our style today is basically to hunt the goals and try to win the game. That's our style. Push forward all the time.
All right, Coach,
and try to win the game.
All right, Coach. Thank you and all the best.
Man, and thank you also.
All right, so Jackie Walters has won everything in schoolboy football. What about the players to watch? And for Munro, the man wearing number 10, Sean Kenyon, 19 years old, second season in schoolboy football at this level, plays in the midfield. 10 games to match the number on his jersey, and he scored 7 times, Dwight. The numbers seem strong. Is he that strong a player in real terms?
Yeah, he's a strong player. He has carried the burden or the shoulder of the goal scoring weight for Munro, and yes, very good player, a decent technician as well, and I expect him to do well today.
All right, Frome, they are from Westmoreland, not an old school, as I said. They've achieved quite a lot in the short time that they've been forced to be reckoned with at this senior level. A sound mind in a sound body, the school motto, Frome Technical, and part of the Frome Technical management team, Anthony Follies Williams. But the man who spoke with Gerard was the assistant coach, the youngster, Clayton Stevens.
Coach Stevens, starting your Ben Francis Cup campaign against a team like Munro College, what is going through your head right now?
Well, this is the first time I'm actually coaching Ben Francis because you know that I'm a new coach and this is my first season. It's really excited and I like the energy of the guys, so I would say we're ready for it.
How important is it to come away with a win here today?
It's really important because this is the only competition we're actually playing for right now, so our main objective is to win it.
Is that a motivator for the boys that this is the only cup that they're playing for right now?
I would say it's a motivation because, as you can see, we're from Westmoreland and Manning is from Westmoreland and there are challenges for the Costa Cup. So if we could get the Ben Francis and they get, the Costa Cup, it would be a good look for the parish.
What do you know about Munro College?
Not much, just a little few stuff. We see them play like on the television and stuff, and we get some news about them. So we have our game plan and hopefully the guys execute today.
How would you describe Frome Technical's style of football?
We play a passing football on the ground. Yeah, so as long as the guys are confident and ready, you're going to see an excellent game today.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you and all the best.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Right, so the player to watch for Frome Technical, Fabian Forbes. His numbers will come up. 18 years old, 5 seasons as a schoolboy footballer, plays in the midfield, 9 appearances, 10 goals, more goals than games. Looks to be the hot stepper in this Frome team, Dwight.
That's always a good return for a striker to average above your game. He's one that will depart the scene from the Costa Schoolboy Football this season, so certainly he'll want to go out with a trophy. So I'm expecting him to really give it his all today and not be surprised if he gets on the score sheet.
All right, so we are even closer to kickoff. The sun, it's hot, it's baking in Santa Cruz, as it always is, it seems. Gerard continues to work pitch side.
Well, there you have it. All the stakes are on the table, and it's now up to these two teams to put their bets and make sure that they can come up with a win here. When we come back, you'll be hearing from our commentary team and seeing the teams on the field.
trophy round of, well, the trophy segment of the schoolboy football season in Jamaica. This is the Ben Francis Cup semi-final day, and we have two semi-finals lined up for you. We're coming from the St. Elizabeth Technical Field in St. Elizabeth, Jamaica. The first game, Munro College against Frome Technical, and yeah, the winner here goes through to the championship game. It's baking hot here in Santa Cruz. They say Santa Cruz, the sun is hotter here than anywhere else in Jamaica. 29 degrees Celsius on the tins. Feels a bit hotter than that to me. 11 kilometers per hour the wind speed, so you know that it's rather still here. So the heat, I can give you a word early, Dwight, to describe the conditions. The heat is rather stultifying. Yeah, that's the best way to describe the conditions here.
Well, I can tell you I'm well aware of the heat here in St. Elizabeth. I did come here as a schoolboy, but it was track and field Western sport. I was running a 3,000 meter in this sun.
Oh dear.
It wasn't easy. I did come second nonetheless though.
To last?
No, second. I got a silver medal.
There you go. All right, good. I got a silver medal. All right, so we are here, Munro College and Frome Technical. It's a contrast in histories, really. One school founded in 1856, the other one not too long after, maybe 100 years after, in 1957. But Munro College, Dwight, enjoyed this glorious period between 1950 and 1964, the first winners of the Costa Cup, and their last one came in 1964. So in those 14 years, they won 7 of them, but they really haven't done much since. They have 26 schoolboy titles overall, because those 7 Costa Cup titles, you should add 19 Olivier Shield titles to that 9. You get the 26 titles, but they really have not been a force in latter years, and the glory years of their 60s perhaps is threatening to define them. A win in the Ben Francis Cup could help to destroy that narrative.
Oh, certainly when you're trying to re-establish a culture in an institution, then certainly any title is going to be important to that cause, and they have not won this title before. That's despite the number of titles they've won, never won the Ben Francis Cup. It could be a good way to re-establish the culture at Munro.
Yeah, and I like to tell people when I talk about Frome Technical, they had a player once. The year they won the Costa Cup in 2003. Of course, they won the Ben Francis 3 years later in 2006. They had a player back then, Dwight. I know you're a man from the West, so I'm certain you know him. His name is Fabian Blake. They called him Lexus. He was absolutely dynamic, and he was the big man for them. They haven't produced a player like that in recent years, but one from this crop would hope to hit the heights of Fabian Lexus Blake for the Frome Technical team.
Yeah, certainly they would take any one of the players now to really come up trumps and put on a performance as Blake did. But they're a good unit. They're a team, don't have a standout star, and they're a team that likes to play the possession style.
All right, so the competition anthem, well, the universal anthem for the football, the players walking out. Pretty soon we'll go through some more formalities. Munro versus Frome Technical. The sun is... But there you go, right. So the in short order, we'll be sent on our way, and I wonder what impact and how early we'll start to see the sun having an enervating effect on these players. Dwight, yesterday you were here for that doubleheader. Did the sun have anything to do with how those teams played yesterday?
Well, just towards the latter part of the game, I guess eventually it would, because it was scorching hot in the first game. We saw Mannings was the one who showed some sign later in the game, but that was because of how they played the game. They were high press, they were high energy throughout the game and all over the pitch. So, yeah, in the end, they were really holding on. All
right, so the captains will meet mid-pitch. The man wearing number 10 for Munro is Sean Kenyon. The man wearing number 7 for Frome, Ryan Woodbine. So Kenyon and Woodbine, the opposing captains, and being spoken to by referee Alexi Perry, Jermaine Singh and Javara Dennis supporting him with the flag on the sidelines.
So the ball is yours, yeah?
All right. So Perry and his crew ready. See you in 45. That's the greeting. They will stay connected though. All right, so we are almost ready for this Ben Francis Cup clash. Munro College never won it because the Ben Francis Cup started in '82, long after their glory years had ended. Frome have tasted success in this competition already. So the Munro College team: Henry James, Rasheem Neal, Javon Shariah, Javon Lewis, Devon Fletcher, Sean Kenyon, Stephon Davis, Zaire Bruce, Sion Faulkner, Omario Morris, and Daniel Bowen, the coach there. Patrick Jackie Walters, a man who has won absolutely everything there is to win in schoolboy football. He is the Hoover of trophies, and his appetite not yet sated. He still wants more. Frome, their goalkeeper, Dennis James. Then they have Tyrone Lindsay, Martinez Cooper, Ryan Woodbine, the captain, Rajon Dixon, Javella Clark, Fabian Forbes, their danger man, Dwayne Watt, Dujon Brown, Nicardo Salabi, and Akeem Congal, their coach, Clayton Stevens. But on the bench, on the management team of the Frome technical team, Dwight, the man Anthony Follies Williams, 352 I call him, because he has 3 Olivia Teal titles, 5 the Costa Cups, and 2 Ben Francis Cups as coach. You can't get more experience than that unless you're Jackie Walters on the opposite bench.
Well, Frome will definitely need all the experience they can get and all the help they can get, because, as you say, Walter's a wily customer.
All right, so players limbering up, the referee waiting to synchronize his watch with ours. And Perry referee sends us on our way. Ben Francis Cup clash, Munro in the blue and the gold, and Frome in green and white. Comes near side, Neil with his first touch.